Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. So the Apple event is on the horizon. With that, the Apple's own custom build Apple Silicon MacBook is also on the horizon. We'll be seeing the new MacBook with Apple's own custom build ARM chipset that is called A14x or the A14Z. But the latest leaks and rumors are saying that the A14Z is not gonna happen. This is going to be called A14X. I'm totally confused right now, but for the last moment leaks and rumors, I think the A14X is going to be the final name. It's what I'm thinking. Anyway, this is the video where we will be talking about all the last moment leaks and rumors available about this MacBook. So I'm really into this Mac. The Apple Silicon Mac is going to be so powerful. The developer transition kit was amazing, and for that reason I'm really into that MacBook with the Apple Silicon processor. The Apple Silicon is a hype word. It should be, because this is an amazing processor. This is going to be like the next level processor in the computing generation. In this video we'll be talking about the last moment leaks and rumors about the RAM, ROM, everything. I've noted down pretty much everything here. We'll be talking about pretty much everything here, and you'll get the most accurate information in the shortest possible time. Anyway, in last couple of videos you guys told that I was talking a little faster. By the way guys, I'm really sorry for that one. I'm trying my best to talk slower. I'm really sorry. I'm trying my best to figure this thing out. How may I slow myself down? Even I'm watching some YouTube videos, by the way. Anyway, that's another separate topic, separate things. I don't want to include that on this video. So first thing is the price. I know that every YouTuber does this, is the price at the end of the video, but my technique is a little different. I want to talk about the price at the first, because the pocket is the most important thing. If we don't have the pocket, then we won't be able to buy anything, even with the amazing speed, amazing space, or whatever Apple or other brands are giving us. So the money is the most important thing. The price of this MacBook would be from $799 to $849, and some leaks and rumors are suggesting that this could be the student pricing. That means that student living in the US can get this MacBook for $849. Most of the people who are not a student, they will be able to get this MacBook for $900. That means $899. So pretty much the pricing is fixed right now, but the final thing is we have to know the final price about the student pricing and the current people like we pricing. Like I'm a student, I can get it for $849, but most of you guys who are not students, they won't be able to get it for $849. Most of them could get that MacBook, the same MacBook, for $900 maybe. So this is the final thing about the pricing, and the pricing would be pretty reasonable for the specification. We'll be talking about the specifications right now. The first one is the release date. Most of you guys I think already know that the release date is going to be on this Apple event that is coming tomorrow. This Apple event is going to be super amazing with this MacBook, and I'm really into this thing. Just wait for next one day and you will get the MacBook with Apple's custom build silicon. My MacBook Air is not going that well, and I want to buy the new one, and the new one is this one. Waiting for this one. The next one is the screen size. The screen size matters for most of the people, but with Apple's own custom build Apple Silicon, this could be a little different. The A14X processor is going to be pretty power efficient, and that's the reason the display also need to be like a reasonable display. And most of the rumors are suggesting that this display could be the 14-inch or the 12-inch MacBook could revive again. So Apple is no more selling the 12-inch MacBook, but with this Apple's A14X processor, we may see a 12-inch MacBook. There is a very high chance of this MacBook on the market tomorrow. But from my personal feeling, that I don't think that the 12-inch MacBook is going to happen. The 14-inch is a pretty sweet spot, and the design is going to be very latest like the iPhone 12 or the 12 Pro series, because those doesn't have the rounded edges. They all are square shaped, and the new MacBooks will also have square shapes, because the square design helps a lot to keep the screen real estate pretty big. That's the reason iPhone 12 Pro Max having a bigger display is the same footprint of the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I think you guys already know that. Alright, the next one is the processor. A14X. Pretty much this is confirmed. The A14X is going to be on this one. The Apple's developer transition kit had A12Z processor, but this is not going to have the A12Z processor. It is going to have the A14X processor instead of the Z processor. I don't know what is going to be the difference, because there is no perfect examples about this processor. There are no leaks about this processor, proper leaks. Like the A14 on the iPhone and on the iPads are pretty powerful already, and with the desktop class things like that, it's going to be much more powerful. That's pretty much what we can expect right now. Other than that, we don't have pretty much no information about the processor, but expect it to be much better than the current MacBook Air with Core i5 processor, like that's for sure. You can definitely expect much better performance than the Core i5 processor on the MacBook Air. If you are planning to buy the MacBook Air, skip that, because the new processor A14x is going to be on that one, and it is going to be very powerful than the Core i5, and the battery life, heat management, those things are also going to be much better. The next one is the RAM. The RAM is 8GB or 16GB. There will be no 32GB version. Some of you guys are preferring that. We would love if Apple had 32GB, because these days we use a lot of application at a time, and applications are much bigger than before, and that is the reason we just want 32GB of RAM. As far as I have seen that the 32GB is not available. It may get into that 16-inch version, like the most expensive one, but with the base version there are no possible way to get 32GB, because the architecture is not the same to support 32GB for now. They may get the 32GB to work with that A14x processor with the MacBook Air or the MacBook version, whatever they are gonna call, or the 14-inch MacBook most probably. Alright, the next one is the storage. Some of you guys were confused about the storage version, because I told that 250GB, 512GB and 1TB. I don't know why you guys want the 120GB. 128GB is not enough. Trust me guys, it gets filled very quickly. It's not enough in 2020 or even in 2021, and that's the reason Apple is removing the 128GB version from these MacBooks. So these MacBooks will have the 250GB version from the base model, and with the upper models you will be able to get the 512GB or the 1TB version. By the way, the 1TB version is optional, it's not mandatory. There are no assurity that the 1TB version will also be available with this MacBook, but I think the 256GB and the 512GB are definitely going to be happening with these MacBooks. Alright, the next one is the ports. Last time you guys were fighting on my comment section about the ports. So yes, you guys heard it pretty right that these MacBooks are going to have one USB Type-C, and it is pretty disappointing. I'm just begging Apple, please don't do that. Please give us at least two USB Type-C, and the headphone jack, don't remove that one please. I'm expecting two USB Type-C and a headphone jack. Most of the rumors are saying that we're not having that one. Most of the rumors are saying that we'll be having just one USB Type-C port, and we may also see the headphone jack. We must need two USB Type-C port, because these are pretty important. You know, we transfer a lot of files and only one is not important. By the way, you guys may say that we can use a dongle to connect multiple devices, but bro, connecting multiple devices with the same hub would make the MacBooks one single Type-C port much warm, and with a little time it will get much worse. That's the reason I'm expecting to get two USB Type-C, but the rumors are saying we'll be getting only USB Type-C, only one piece of port. I'm really not into these things. Alright, the next one is the keyboard. The keyboard is going to be the same one as the previous one, Butterfly 4th generation version. There will be no huge radical changes, but as far as I think that because these MacBooks are going to be ultra thin, these keyboards may get a little smaller, like they could get a little thinner and things like that. But as far as I have seen, the rumors are saying that it's not going to happen that much, like there would be no radical changes. But I think that it may get a little change, because the sash is going to be a little thinner, and that's the reason the keyboard also need to be a little thinner. Alright, the next one is the camera section, the HD camera. Last time you guys also told me in the comment section that 720p camera, are you kidding me? Yes, I'm kidding you. 720p camera is happening on the MacBook with Apple's A14x processor. There will be no 1080p camera. In 2020, 1080p camera is just must. We have 5G on the iPhone 12 Pro Series S, we have 5G on the iPhone 12 Series S, but we don't have a 1080p camera on that MacBook. Anyway, the final thing is the battery life. It is one of the most important thing for me, because I'm planning to travel a lot in the future. In very near future I'm gonna travel a lot, and that is the reason the battery life is really important. Not for me, pretty much if you are a student, you need a MacBook that can hold a lot of juice, because we don't have a lot of ports to plug them. Anyway, whatever it is, we just need a better battery life, and Apple's processors are going to be super optimized that we can definitely expect 8 to 10 hours of battery life with this MacBooks. But rumors are claiming that we may get 15 to 20 hours of battery life backup, and I can't believe this one. 15 to 20 hours is way too higher than what I am expecting, but let the leaks and rumors go on. My personal thinkings would be like 10 hours of full uses of battery life would be a lifesaver. Like video editing, photo editing, and some programming with 10 hours of battery life is going to be one of the best thing on my life, for my day-to-day life. I don't need to plug my Mac like what I do right now. I told you all the specification, and the MacBook is not available in tomorrow's event. By the way, there is very little chance that it is gonna happen like what Apple Extra has to offer right now. They have like done everything, high-speed event, they have done the iPad event, they have done the Apple Watch, they have done what left? The MacBook, the final one. Anyway, that is all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to press the bell icon if you want to get notified with this kind of leaks and rumors or other videos like that. Then I think you guys will really love all of the videos. That was all for this one. Goodbye.